I am the descendant of my ancestors who were the survivors of the Middle Passage. Did you hear me? I said the survivors of the Middle Passage. And so I come from a legacy and a culture that is brilliant and beautiful. But I didn't always know that. It took my family, especially my father, to help me understand who and what I am and to be comfortable walking and talking and being in my own skin. You see, I am my daddy's daughter. And when he passed on September 19th, 2016, I literally thought my world was totally over. I'm done. So what do you do when the one person that you have to really hold you tight leaves you? You have to go back to everything that they've put in you and told you about yourself. And it wasn't until I left college that I truly realized that not only am I all the things I said before, but I also am a woman who was born and raised in privilege. You see, privilege just means that my story is full of some advantages that other people may not have. I don't have a story about hardship. My biggest hardships were not financial. My biggest hardships were people who decided who I was and what I was capable of before I even walked in the door. My daddy told me one day when I didn't fit quite in with the white people, I didn't fit quite in with the black kids at school. He said, you know what? You don't fit in because you weren't made to fit in. And he said, and by the way, who you trying to fit in with anyway? Who are they? If you don't fit in with everybody else, don't worry about it. Remember who you are and whose you are. He said, be the best in the room. Be the smartest in the room. Be the leader in the room. And when love is no longer served, be out. Because he provided me with an opportunity to just be able to be out. But it was another time when my brilliance was going to be questioned. When I was going to be set on a path that was not for the greatness that God has for me, but what somebody else decided who and what I should be. Not going to happen, not today, and tomorrow don't look good either. So as I continue to receive accolades, I decided to go into education. That's a whole other conversation how I decided to do that because it was not my path. But I decided, and I was good at teaching. So good that I got the Governor's Performance Award after my second year teaching. So good that I still have the record as the youngest middle school principal in Alameda County, California. So good that I became the superintendent, the first black superintendent of the 14th largest district right here in the state of Michigan. Only because they thought I couldn't do the job. That's what belief in yourself can bring. And so part of what we have to do and to be anti-racist is to recognize when we see bias and prejudice and principles come in front of us. The things that we experience in school and at work, they don't originate there. They originate at home. All right. And where the strength comes to overcome that originates at home. You see, my daddy and my mother taught me something about family leadership. And yes, they did tell me to go to school, get a job, and, do all of that. And that's one part of family leadership. If we're going to lead our families, what we have to do is understand the other four parts. It's financial leadership. You know what? In all communities, I don't care what color you are, you will need to not understand how to make money, but what to do with your money once you've made it. And I'm going to tell you right now, the school system can help you get that professional career, but the school system does not teach financial leadership. So if we're going to teach our kids what to do with their money, we can definitely start building what we call generational wealth. Isn't that what we all want to do? We have the power to do that. The third area of family leadership is relational leadership. We need to teach our children how to relate with one another. And don't get me wrong, my husband and I have 7 children. We do not spare the rod, but we do think very critically about how we're going to engage in conflict. So we got to teach them professional career leadership. We got to teach them financial leadership. We have to basically make sure that they know how to relate to one another. Then we have to teach them how to turn a house into a home. Home leadership. Do they know how to take care of the house once they get it? Do they know the difference between renting and owning and what that can do for your generational wealth? That is all part of something that we can teach our children. And the last and final area is personal leadership. We have to teach our children who they are. We have to teach them about a higher power. And when I say personal leadership, again, not based on social constructs. We come from the Isles of West Africa. We come from a rich culture of kings and queens. Are we teaching that to our children? If you identify as white, are you teaching them about your German, Polish, Swedish, Irish culture? Or are you teaching them about whiteness? That's 2 different things. And so as we're going to start on this journey of helping every corporation, business, and school district get rid of this whole idea of racism and systemic oppression. We've got to become okay talking about this, and we've got to start the conversation at home. My name is Dr. Shelley Jones-Holt. I am the anti-racism educator, and I am here to help you have those conversations. Yes, we can have those conversations without shame, blame, or victimization. We can have them with truth, empowerment, and celebration. That's what we do. You can reach me at theantiracismeducator.com, or you can reach me at leadershiplegacyconsulting.com. Give your girl a call.